Hello, Mario's Moodle Moments number 4. Without a solid foundation, you'll have trouble creating anything of value. Hello, welcome. Well, the emphasis on today's Moodle moment is strong foundations, building strong foundations. If you build something on a weak foundation, it will be forever weak. It is therefore important that you strengthen your foundations right at the start, so that what you build on them will be strong and supported for a good time into the future. So let's go across to the big screen where everything happens there, and we'll just head over to Moodle Homepage. Right here, and here it is, the formidable maths team there, ready to help. Look at those guys there. They just look awesomely ready to strengthen your foundations. So let's first of all go to the learning space for this week, which is, we're 4 weeks in, so we're in the second week of this one here. So that's the first week all done, Moodle Moments 3 there, and here's a Moodle Moment 4 right here in the pre-class activities for this week. So they've all been set out there for you, looking at a bit more on logarithms perhaps, and growth and decay problems. And here's our Moodle Moment PowerPoint, and next to it the video that we're recording at the moment. So let's open up the PowerPoint, and let's just get that underway, so we can drop that down there like so. So that's available to you. You don't have to take any notes of your own. Enable editing. We'll do the slideshow right from the beginning, and then we'll just drop this down here, which you can't see me doing, and there we are. Now this looks familiar, doesn't it? Without a solid foundation, you'll have trouble creating anything of value. This is true. So build on it. You need to have a strong foundation, and as some of you are finding that your foundation is not as strong, and probably not strong enough to build some of the new stuff on. So first you must strengthen that foundation. And the way to do that is to talk to your tutors and get some help. They can come up with a course of action or a series of exercises that may be of some help and will strengthen your foundation and help you to move forward. So we're on the big screen here now, aren't we? So let's move forward with the here, and our learning outcomes for this Moodle moment, or for this week. So you need to be considering strengthening your maths foundations. As I said, you're 4 weeks in, so you've probably identified some areas where help is needed. Get it now. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. We will be introducing you to some Moodle site updates, show you where worksheet 4 is, remind you about weekly quiz 3 tomorrow and weekly worksheet 3. You'll need to have those ready to be handed in tomorrow. This sets the pace. You should also be thinking about what you need to do for next week, and be sorting out any questions or any problems that you might have. Sort them out now in readiness for getting those things sorted and ready to hand in next week. This is what the diligent, ideal student does. These are the sort of organisations or skills that you need to get a good pass in this course. Alrighty, so building solid foundations. I can't emphasise enough how important it is that you have strong foundations. Not only are you building some mathematical knowledge for this course on those foundations, but mathematical knowledge for your other courses that you will do in the future. as we often hear as maths teachers, all the things that students can't do, rearrange equations being the number one thing. And that's pretty much what we're working on at the moment. So it's important, very important for your future, that you can rearrange equations and have an understanding of rearrangement and the skills and tools that you need to do that. So building solid foundations, that's what the emphasis should be round about now. And I can't emphasize enough that if you identify an area of weakness, that you get in and strengthen it straight away, because if you do nothing, nothing will happen. Okay, so let's back to Moodle. So that involves just getting out of this PowerPoint here and just closing that down. And here we are back at the Moodle. So you can see there's the PowerPoint there. Just a quick look here at the assessment, and under the assessment at this stage, the weekly worksheets. We've got model answers for 1 and 2. 3 will be coming up next week, and worksheet 4 has been handed out, and we've still got some work on model answers. They will be posted soon. Okay, the weekly quizzes, again, model answers for quizzes 1 and 2. So please take some time to check your answers against the model answers. Cross the T's, dot the I's, and check out that you have got all the marks that are due to you. You've got some skin in the game. You've invested some time in these quizzes, so it's important that you get full credit for the time that you've put in. And this is all part of the process. Tutors are not infallible. They do make mistakes. And it's important that you check and get everything that's due to you, so that you can move forward with confidence that you've got the correct answers, and that the things that you think are wrong are in fact wrong. So yes, always important that you give a good check over the model answers. It's also another form of review, as pointed out last week. So there's the worksheets and the quiz. We've had a look at where things are going in the tutorial space. Point out that in the electrical tutorial, Joseph has been putting up some other further examples, and worked examples at that. So that's very important, and they'll be used. I know I'll be using those in the civil tutorial, and clearly Joseph will use them in the electrical tutorial, and they're available for Ken there as well if he wishes to use them. Also, some more basic level resources here in Stu Ideal's workshop. I've put some NCEA level 1 and 2 material there, which may be very helpful in the foundation strengthening sort of situation. Also, from time to time, people ask me about a particular question, and I make a video and solve it for them, and then put it here so that it's there for others. So we've got changes the subject of a formula here, a couple of those, 1 and 2, solves an equation with negative fractional powers, and all sorts of other things there. So become familiar with the Moodle site. It's the engine of the course. You should know your way around it and become familiar and know where things are. You should be looking ahead and seeing what's coming up. What's coming up next week? We're going to be in functions and graphs next week. So that's going to be some exciting stuff there, and for some of you, some new material. And you'll definitely need some of the skills in the last 3 or 4 weeks to move this stuff forward. As you can see there's logs, exponentials, and what have you. Making and drawing graphs. So putting a pictorial spin on some of the stuff. So this should help to make things more understandable with the graphics and what have you. So I think that's a pretty reasonable, comprehensive look at Moodle at this stage, but you should be in there at least once a week. At least once a week in there, looking, seeing, watching, seeing what happens, and that sort of thing. So yeah, very important that this will be sorted out. So all good. So let's just go back to here, and as I said, the emphasis on strengthening foundations. So please come and see one of your tutors and ask them if you've got some areas that you need there. Ask for some help, ask for some exercises, suggested courses of study, and that sort of thing if you're unsure. But you need to be doing something. If you do nothing, nothing will happen. All good. Cheers. See you.